Okay guys, let's talk. Hello guys, this is Sue. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for clicking, and if this is you coming back to my channel, I thank you so much for sticking by. Today in this video, I want to talk about how dating or friendship scenarios can be on your 20s or just in general. Posted it on my story for you guys to ask me questions and I'll be answering those in this video, all about dating, relationship and friendship. I hope you guys stick till the end of the video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Before I get into this video, feel free to be in your PJ, grab a drink and be your comfiest self. Okay, being in your 20s is beautiful, but it can also be chaotic and confusing and weird. Especially when it comes to choosing the right people, whether it is dating, relationship or friendship. I think this is one of the toughest time to make friends or get into dating scenes, because this is the time that we are figuring ourselves out too. This is the time that we are constantly growing and evolving, and quite frankly we can be turning into a complete different person than how we were before. As a person in their 20s, I can attest to this. I think when I turned to my 20s, I have become very different to what I was when I was 16, 17 years old or even 19. And not just turning 20, but I feel like this last 3 years, I would say, has shaped me into a complete different person. And when I talk to my friends and when I talk to people around the same age, I think a lot of people share that experience with me. And for you, it might not be just when you turn 20, but it could be when you turn 25, you know what I mean? I think during your 20s, you just kind of start switching up to becoming and evolving into a different person, and I think that is one of the reasons why it is a little bit tough to navigate friendship and to date and actually find a real connection. When you get in your 20s, I feel like most people have completed their high school and are getting into college or out of college. Everyone's moving at a very different speed. Like, some of your friends are getting married, some are going to clubs every day, and some are just in a very different frequency than where you're at, and it can feel confusing because of that reason too. Coming back to becoming a different person than what you were when you were younger, I think a lot of people find it hard to accept themselves, and also if the people around you expect you to be the same, it can also be difficult. It is so important to surround yourself with people who are comfortable with change and want to see you grow and evolving. Because let's be honest, we are not supposed to be the same throughout the years. We are supposed to change. We are supposed to grow. We are gonna have a different perspective as we grow. To be honest, this is in regards to dating. I don't even think what I thought is my type when I was younger is not even my type anymore. Like, I've become a complete different person. The qualities that I like and the kind of person that I want to surround myself with are a complete different people than what I would think, you know? So definitely it's normal, and I feel like a lot of time we want to act like the same person that we were when we were younger so others will feel comfortable, but please don't do that. As you grow, people need to catch up to it. Don't try to limit yourself to growth because you want to make others comfortable. So these are the things that I feel about dating and navigating friendship in your 20s. I feel like change should be normalized. This is a time that you figure out what you like, what you do not like, what you tolerate, what kind of people you want to surround yourself with, and what is a complete red flag to you, what is green flag for you, what kind of environment do you thrive on. If you feel like you're at a phase where you don't resonate with your younger self or who people think that you are, it's totally fine and normal. I just want to start with that. Alright, let's get into the questions, shall we? I have noted down few questions that are more commonly asked questions and I think would be helpful to you guys. So I have a set of questions selected from all the questions that you guys sent to me. I'm gonna take a sip of my matcha first. Let's get into dating questions. Okay, question number 1. Which is better, dating apps or meeting in real life? For me, I think I would prefer to meet a person in real life than dating apps. I met my partner in real life and I think it felt more organic than how it would feel if I met someone in dating app. I feel like I'm a little bit old school in that regard. Like I would feel that it is more natural for me to meet someone at work or like in events. I feel like I would feel more connected if I just happen to meet you and then we become friends and that's how we go. I've seen my friends get a partner from dating apps and it works for them. So it is completely, I think, about intentions. I feel like if you want to be on a dating app, you actually have to know why you were there. Like, are you there to have fun? Are you there to actually be connected and have a long-term committed relationship? You absolutely have to know your intention and ask intention of a person that you're going out with. Okay, second question. I keep meeting same guys, different fonts. How do I stop? And then there's another question which says, why do I keep attracting similar people? I feel like these two questions are kind of the same. So I'm just gonna answer them together. I love this question because it is so true for so many people. I feel like it is so common to be gravitating towards similar kind of people due to your past experiences. I feel like being attracted to familiar chaos, which is definitely unhealthy, is but very common. It can even feel comforting even if it is bad because we know the feeling, and when we know something it can feel safe even when it is not. My tips to stop this from happening would be knowing the pattern first. Know what patterns are you being drawn to? What kind of toxic traits are you being drawn to? Like, it could be emotional immaturity, it could be controlling, it could be possessiveness, it could be anything. Name the pattern first, be aware of it. Second, next step would be asking yourself why. Why are you drawn to this character? Is it because growing up you feel like love is supposed to be chaotic? If you felt like growing up love is supposed to be chaotic and drama, then you would be drawn to those characters, people which are actually bad for you, but that gives you the familiar feeling and then you are drawn to it. Third would be setting up a standard that you're not okay with these things. After you recognize the pattern and after you ask yourself why, now you need to set up a standard that you can't be drawn towards these people that are toxic for you. In between the dating scenarios, if you've caught up with people that have these traits, communicate with them, and if you see no changes, then unfortunately it is time for you to leave. It is time for you to make new standards and stick to them. At some point, you gotta learn your lessons. Sometimes the universe is putting you with similar people and similar experience because you haven't learned your lesson or you haven't been healed from these situations or people. So universe is literally pushing you to learn these lessons. So these would be my tips. Okay, third question. Would you want to stay friends with your ex? Loud and clear. No, absolutely not. I would never want to be friends with my ex. For different people, it could be different reason, but for me, it just complicates things unnecessarily. Like, I don't need that kind of complication. And also, it is mostly because of my respect for my partner. I would never put my partner in such a situation where I go hang out with the person that I used to date before. I wouldn't be okay with if my partner did that to me. Like, if he went out and hung out with his ex, like, I wouldn't be okay with it. So I definitely can't do that. I feel like it gets very tricky when you are being friends with your ex. It can get very tricky because sometimes, and in most cases, I would even dare say, one person has moved on and another person hasn't. Like, one person still has the hope of a relationship and another person has completely moved on, started dating other people, and that can be hard for both people. I just would never suggest to be friends with your ex as a person who have tried it. Literally spilling the tea over here on myself. It just isn't sustainable in my opinion, because your dynamic changes. Like, one person still wants to be in a relationship, which in my case was I wanted to get out of a relationship, and my partner then still had a hope to be in a relationship. So trying to stay friends with my ex has failed miserably. I would highly suggest not to do that. Just have a clean slate. Everyone deserves a clean slate. Get your clean slate, alright? Okay, fourth question. I get icky and turned off easily. Do I have too high standard? That's good. You should feel icky when someone doesn't meet your standard. If you're feeling icky towards a person, they're not meant for you. I don't know if you've read this quote, but it says, your partner is a reflection of how much you love yourself. So the person that you are getting ick with constantly, I don't think is your husband. I'm sorry. So you having this high standard is not high enough where you are doubting whether or not you should feel icky. You should definitely feel icky. If something doesn't meet your standard, love shouldn't ever feel like settling. Do not doubt yourself when you're having a high standard. Practice to be the best version of yourself. Show up as the best version of yourself, and someone who will match your frequency will come to your life and you will think that it is worth it. It will happen eventually. But please do not settle with people that you're feeling icky, that are not meeting your standards. Do not fear being picky, okay? That's how you get the best people. Don't just settle for anyone. Let's get into friendship Q&As. I'm excited for this because friendships are as equally important as dating and relationships. So, first question, is jealousy healthy in friendships? I absolutely love this question because it is so honest, so vulnerable, and so hard for a lot of people to admit. Because we're all humans, I think jealousy comes with being human. I think it is perfectly normal to feel jealous, but just because you're jealous is not an excuse for you to be a bad friend. You can definitely redirect your jealousy, okay? For example, if you're feeling insecure by your friend's success, I know it sounds counterintuitive, but send them a congratulations text. Celebrate them, hype them up. Well done on getting this. Redirect your energy and intention to being a better friend for them. This is their moment. And after this, ask yourself, what can you do to get yourself better too? How can you be successful too? Use your jealousy as a fuel. This shouldn't be an excuse to be a bad friend though. That's what I'm trying to say. It is literally your own brain. You can rewire it, you can redirect it. Next question is friendship red flags. Okay, there are a few share of things that I feel like are friendship red flags. Number one being they are competitive towards you and not supportive. Number two, they are constantly gossiping about others. And it is even worse if they are gossiping about their own friends. Girl, when I tell you, they are also talking about you to their other friends. There is no exception. The friend that is talking about to you about other friends, that friend will definitely go out and talk about you, gossip about you to their other friends. Trust me. Number three, friends that don't reach out and make plans with you. If they always rely on you to make plans, or if you don't reach out, the friendship literally dies. Let that friendship die. Do not continue that friendship. That is a red flag. Number four, they always dismiss your feelings. For example, they're always telling you, oh, you're too sensitive, oh, you're too overdramatic. No, there is no such a thing. So yeah, they need to go. Number five, friends that love you in private but are not supportive and act different in public. This I think is so niche, but this is one of the things that I feel really icky about. If someone has different energy in private when it's just me and them, and they're a completely different person because they want to be acting cool in public, they gotta go. They cannot be my friend, unfortunately. I'm always showing up for my friends, equally in private and public, and if that energy is not matched, it's a red flag and I cannot be your friend. I think there are a lot of red flags, and depending on who you are, your red flags can be different, but these are the red flags that I absolutely cannot tolerate, and you will have to go from my life at this point. Okay, third question on friendship. Have you ever had a friendship breakup? Definitely. I feel like when you're in your 20s, you definitely go through a friendship breakup. It can sometimes just be being distant because of the time, or it can be a painful breakup where they betray your trust. You find out that they're not a loyal friend, or you just discover with time that they're just a shitty friend. Either way, yes, I have been through friendship breakup, and I think everyone has. In my case, I don't make friends that easily. I have a certain standard that people need to meet for me to call them a friend. And when I do make friends, when I do call someone my person, my people, I stick to them for a long time. A lot of my friends have been my friends for a long time, so I stick to them for a long time. But I definitely am kind of person who makes note of things that are unusual. If I find you making snide jokes, like if you disrespect me but disguise it as a joke, I would make a mental note of that. If you all of a sudden start acting distant because you got other friends, you try to sabotage my special day that I'm really looking forward to, or you just start becoming distant as soon as I achieve something because you don't want to celebrate me. I do make a mental note of these things when it comes to friendship, and I try to communicate as much as I can to people that I call friends. But if I see no changes, unfortunately, I just let go of people. And to be honest, I have always been in a better place after a friendship breakup. Like, I feel like I would rather prefer to be alone or with less friends than just be with a friend that is fake. You don't want a fake friend just so you can have many friends. It should absolutely be quality over quantity, and especially if you're kind of people who show up for other people and want to be a good friend and are striving to be happy for other people, you should absolutely not take shitty people to be your friends. So yes, I have been through friendship breakups and my life has always been better without them. Guys, just when I was in the middle of my video talking about dating and having standards and about friendship, I just had my boyfriend bring these flowers and this little puppy dog for me. I don't know why this feels like it's meant to be. It makes me feel like I'm on a right path. I don't know. Anyways guys, also your partner should absolutely give you flowers for no reason. No reason flowers are the best flowers. Apology flowers, congratulations flowers will come and go, but the best flowers are just because flowers. And this puppy is the cutest. Okay, next question is how to make good friends with real connection. I really feel for people who are trying to make real connection right now because, oh my god, it can be hard. As an adult, making friends is much harder because you're not going to the same school, you're not going to the same college. When you are in a surrounding with the same age group that are doing the same thing as you, it is much easier to make friends. Now we're meeting people who already have their own set of friends from their school, from anywhere they've made friends with before they got to this age, you know? And in your 20s, you are trying to figure out yourself and know what you like and what you don't like. And every day you're changing constantly, and they are also constantly changing and evolving. So it is definitely harder making friends in your 20s because of these reasons. My tips for making a friend with real connection would be first knowing your non-negotiables in your friendship. What are the values and morals and quality do you want in your friends? Knowing that first. For example, loyalty, for example, trustful. Second thing would be trying new things, new experiences, and not holding yourself back from going out into outside world. If you're not gonna get out, unfortunately, you're not gonna make friends. You have to absolutely be willing to get out. You have to go to places that interest you. If you don't like clubbing and you've just gone to clubbing, you're not gonna find yourself a best friend in club. You just don't like that. There are people who actually find this fun, whereas you don't. So obviously you're not gonna find your best friend in a club if you don't enjoy that. So try to go to places that interest you. Try to go to group classes in gym if you feel like that is your hobby. Try to go take guitar lessons if you're interested in playing guitar. You're more likely to find your people there. So go to places and try to show up for your hobbies so you can find people of similar mindsets. That is tips number 2. Tips number 3 would be give what you want to receive. If you want a loyal friend, you have to show up as a loyal friend. If you want someone that would congratulate you with flowers when you win something, when you are winning in life, you have to absolutely be showing up as a friend that will write a little card, that will send a congratulation text, bring the flowers to your friend. You have to absolutely be willing to give what you want to receive. And number 4, and this is only for people who are looking for real connection. Do not fear being selective. You don't just want anyone to be your friends, okay? If you want real connection, you have to be picky. You have to have a standard. That's how you find the most qualitative people. Just being friends for the sake of being friends, or because he's my neighbor, it's easier to hang out, so I'm just gonna be friends with him. Or oh, CJ is in my class, so it's just better if I become friends with her. Even if they're shitty and you're hanging out with them, shitty friend will rub off on you and you will also be shitty in no time. So please be selective. There are a lot of people in this earth who just want to be friends just for the sake of having friends, and that is so not worth it. That is a waste of time. Just try to do something for yourself instead of that. That is the best way to avoid being with low vibrational, low quality people, so you can actually attract people who are high vibrational and are qualitative, and you can actually make a good connection with them. That was a lot. I really hope that you guys could find at least one thing that you can carry into finding a good connection, whether it is dating or friendship. Like I said before, please do not lower your standard. I know the desire of being in a relationship or trying to get into friend groups can get to you, but always be true to yourself and right people will gravitate towards you if you show up as a best version of yourself. Someone who is their own best version will be attracted to you, whether dating or being friends, and you're gonna have people that will actually value you. All of us deserve the love that we feel safe with. All of us deserve the friendship that is real. So do not settle for less. At the end of the day, it's not about being hard to love. It's about being loved well. It's about making right connections. It's about doing what is good for yourself. The kind of person that you date and the kind of people that you are friends with are a reflection of what you think you deserve. You can't expect to have a great partner if you are being a douchebag yourself. Show up as your best version too, okay? I think this is it for today's Q&A video on dating and friendship. I hope you protect your heart, protect your peace, and have healthy and beautiful connections, whether it is dating or friendship, and I will see you on next video.